back to my channel. It's Taya here.
And this is Ishmael.
And we are back because I said I was going to do a video. I just want to get right into it. Today we're going to be talking about how we purchased our home. We've lived here for maybe 7 months. Okay, we came in August because actually
That's 10 months.
10 months?
We bought the home in June.
Oh, I mean living. Oh yeah, well we bought the home in June, so yeah, but we've lived here since last August, whatever nobody knows. So yeah, I've been seeing a lot, I think we've both been seeing a lot on social media about everything that's going on. People are waiting the stock market to crash so they can buy a home. I've seen a lot of posts, like memes about how millennials want to buy a home. They're just waiting for the stock market to crash. Right. And I'm just like, you don't have to wait till then. Like, you can do this now. And so we just wanted to come here and share with you guys how we were able to close on our first home and how we did it so quickly and how we didn't spend as much money as we thought we were going to spend. We closed for less than $5,000, and I think going into the process, we thought we were going to spend like thousands and thousands of dollars. Right. And I think, you know, I was 24 when we purchased our home, and we were 25. So we were young, and we were kind of going into it kind of blinded. I mean, my parents have purchased home, but like, it's not, you don't really know until you really get into it. Right. And so it's definitely a process, definitely a lot of prayer and a lot of research and a lot of stress, but it wasn't as bad as I think I thought it was going to be. It really wasn't. Right. And so I just wanted you guys to know that it's possible for you. If you're young and you think, I think I'm ready to purchase a home, I'm tired of renting, you can do it. And so we just want to give you guys some advice, and so I hope this helps. Okay, we're gonna get right.
So definitely step one is just prayer. I think it's just time for you and God to just come together and just figuring out, in your house, where you want to live. So especially in every kind of aspect of life, you definitely want to just pray, have that time with God before you really jump into it, because it's a lot of different, variables. So just, seek God, pray, and then also seek wise counsel. Talk to people just like us that have bought homes, people that are transparent, that just let you know, the steps to take and, how to go about it. So those are definitely the first things before jumping in, talking to a realtor, talking to a lender. Just talk to somebody that's bought a home.
People that are experienced, and I think prayer is the most important thing you need to do, because you need to know that, is this God's will for my life? Like, does God want me to purchase a home? So yeah, prayer is. So step 2 is do your research. Before we bought our home, we were like online, Googling everything. I was on Pinterest. Pinterest has a lot of good ideas, and they like break it down so beautifully. So like, do your research, know the process, because there's a lot of things that can come out of nowhere. So if you just do your research, look up how to buy a house, what to do to buy a house, what do you need to buy a house. There's so many things online, and there's so many things that can help you out just with knowing where to start. So definitely do your research. The next thing is know your credit score. Credit score is like the dun of everything. Like, what is my credit? Like, I hate, anyway, I'm not gonna get to it because that's the point of the video. But yeah, know your credit score. That's what's gonna help you either get a great loan and a great rate, or it's gonna kind of hinder you. So your credit is decent. Then there's also different loan types. We went with the FHA loan, and that's the Federal Housing Administration. They give out loans to young people or first-time buyers that allows you to put a 3.5% down payment on the home. So generally with different types of loan, there's a conventional loan that makes you put down 20%, which is a lot of money, especially depending on where you're buying your house. Right. So the FHA loan allows you to put 3.5% down if you have a credit score of 580 or higher. So once you figured out, okay, this is the type of mortgage or loan I'm gonna get, next you need to do your research on grants. That's something that Ishmael did, and I didn't even know was possible, but basically every state, or most states, our state in Maryland, they have grants that they give out to people who are purchasing their home for the very first time. So Ishmael did all the research, he found the grant, he applied for the grant, and of course we were eligible for the grant, and basically that grant covered our down payment. So not only now have we had a reduced down payment from 20% to 3.5%, now the grant through Maryland Mortgage, what is it?
Maryland Mortgage Program.
Yeah, Maryland Mortgage Program now basically covered our down payment. So that is one thing like was completely off our plate. We didn't have to worry about putting 3.5 down to purchase our home. So to wrap that up, basically do your research, know what's out there, know what money. There's a lot of money for people, even people with student loans. Yeah. you can get a lower rate. So know what's out there, know what you qualify for. And
so step 3 is just simply getting approved and finding your home. Getting linked up with a lender is definitely important, because you want to do that before you find a realtor or before you talk to a realtor, because you don't know how much you're approved for, you don't know what the finances or what your final mortgage is going to be. So
yeah, you can't just go look for a house and you don't know how much the bank is going to give you.
Exactly. So it's just simple as that. So when you get linked up with your lender, you know what your rate is, you know how much you're approved. Then talk to a realtor, and then just start looking. Really consider the areas where you want to live. You take time to really thinking about, finding the perfect home that for you. Also, what a lot of people tend to forget is just taxes in your area. When Tyler and I were looking, we noticed those hot areas where we wanted to live, they were so established, the taxes were, pretty high.
Some weren't even established, so some were a mess. Like,
Yeah.
it was ugly, and the taxes were so high.
Well, even just the taxes, you might, for example, have a tax bill that's per year $4,000. You break it down per month, it adds on to your mortgage. So your mortgage might, before the taxes be $1,200, but then you have another,
Taxes,
but with taxes, that's another $200 on top of that, and you're looking at $1,400. So really pay attention to that. I know the area, the area, the taxes. No, but this is a really important step, because this is where you can kind of have fun with it and really just go out and just look at the areas.
Yeah, it's kind of fun looking at houses.
Yeah.
Like dreaming, what if I, put this here, put that there.
And to know that it's possible financially is definitely, a lot more, give you a lot more confidence.
You don't want to put in a bid for a home and your bank said like the home is $500,000 and your bank only said you can get $300,000.
Right.
And we got our lender through the grant. So the grant links you to a lender, and you kind of go back and forth with them talking about how much you make, and they ask for all these documents, and that's how you get. So step 4, I said, is you found your perfect home. It's in your price range. You love it. It's time to negotiate. Now, before you find your home, sometimes there's multiple people that are looking at the same house and they want the same house. So you could get into a bidding war because other people want the same thing you want. But thankfully, with our home, there was nobody. There was nobody with bids in. It was just sitting here waiting on us, literally. We had put in offers for like 2 other homes. 1 other home? I can't remember. We put in other offers and they were not accepted because there were so many people lined up for the same house. So we were just like, no, it's not for us. So we found our home. Now we're going to negotiate. So earlier I said that we had our down payment covered with the grant, but you also have to bring closing costs into purchasing your home. So we knew that we wanted to spend the least amount of money as possible because we were planning a wedding. So we're like, okay, let's figure this out. We saw our home, we loved our home, and we said, you know what? We told our realtor that we wanted to get our sellers, the people who own the home, to pay the closing cost. So in that time when we were drawing up the contract, we said, that whatever needs to be fixed in the house should be fixed before we move in, and then have them pay for the closing costs. Now, they came back and said yes, but they said that they would only pay 3%. Closing costs are generally 4% of the purchase price of the home. So we said, you know what, that's fine. We'll pay the extra, the 1% that was left. So coming out of the contract, we were getting our home and we were only gonna pay 1% down at closing time. Now, in order to do this, we didn't come with we had to basically say that we're gonna pay for the full price of the home.
Right.
That it's a negotiation time, so you have to have a good realtor. So shout out to AD because he was great.
Yeah.
But there's times where the house is more than you expected and you didn't want to spend that much. So you can also ask them to lower the price of the house, which is an option. But because we wanted them to pay the closing costs, we knew that we kind of had to come in the middle. So we said, okay, we'll pay the full price of the home if you pay some of our closing. Because we wanted to come to the closing table with the least amount of money possible. So they accepted, thank God. It was not a horrible process. So after they accepted that, we had to put an escrow, which is like $1,000 or more, whatever. I don't know what everybody's escrow is, depending on how much your house is. But we put in $1,000 to say that, okay, we're serious about this home. This is a home we want to buy, and we want to go forward with it. So you put in the escrow money, you send that off, and that just shows that you're serious about the house. So once that's accepted, you have to inspect the house, and they have to get an appraisal. And the inspection is just to say, okay, everything in the house is in working order. We only had a couple things to fix. It's nothing major, so thank God for that. And then the appraisal is, okay, the owners are saying the house is this much. The bank has to send someone out to say, okay, they're telling the truth, okay, the home is actually worth the amount they're saying it is, because you don't want to buy a home for $500,000 when the home is really worth $100,000. It has to be factual, it has to actually be worth what the seller is saying it's worth. So the appraisal came back great. The house is worth what they said it was worth. forth. And so after that, we moved to just the process of purchasing the home, which took us about a month.
Yeah.
Basically, your lender is looking at your finances. They're asking for all your bank statements, they're asking for all your tax statements. So in that time, it's very important that you are watching your finances. Don't be spending money all over the place, spending money at Ulta, going to the drive-thru, because they're looking at, like, my lender's gonna be looking at all these Walmart, Target, TJ Maxx purchases, and it's embarrassing. So make sure in that time you're serious about your finances. You make sure you maintain a certain amount of money in your account so that they see that, okay, they can actually pay for this home when they get the home.
All right, and then the last step, of course, is just your final walkthrough and your closing. Again, this is the best part. Everything has been accepted. All terms have gone through, and you take your last final walkthrough. So anything that needed to be fixed, you know, just making sure that it's fixed. Walk through the home. Make sure you're 100% comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, don't feel too bad if you have to push it back. Don't, you know, feel
if they didn't
pressured.
fix what, yeah.
If the thing isn't fixed and you feel like the process is too much, I just want to continue. Don't do it. Have them do what they agreed upon, because once you've signed, it's yours. It's your problem. And then once that's it, you're just going to close on the house. So just making sure that whatever that you owe in closing, paying that up front. You know, making sure your pen has ink, because this is the time where, you know, sign all them papers. There's a lot of paperwork, but it's definitely a journey.
For me, it was just like, they're about to look at all my money. Like, they want to know everything.
You're gonna be exposed. They're definitely, but they're looking out for you. They're definitely looking out for you. But yeah, once you get to closing, again, just signing paperwork. Just paying the last bits of that closing, and then after that you get your key, and then you're good to go.
You have to make sure you have a significant amount of money set away, because when that closing comes, they're telling you this is what you need to bring to the table. And that's why we wanted to make sure our down payment was covered, most of our closing is covered, so we know, okay, we're good, like we're resting, like we're gonna get into this house and we're not gonna be completely broke afterwards, even though we were. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. This was kind of just like a base, like, I don't even know. This was just this was just a basic understanding of like the process and what we went through. We're not realtors, we're not lenders, we don't know really like the deep. We just whatever, we just looked it up. We looked it up on Google and we went through the process, and God saw us through. So just know that it's possible for you. I know millennials are like, there's so many, like, there's people that are like 20 that are buying homes, and like a lot of times you see on YouTube, like, people don't tell you how they do. Like, you just see this gorgeous house, they're like, we closed on our first one. You're like, how did they do this? And nobody really tells you the process of it. And so we just wanted to come here and just say, you know, like, put it out there, like, this, you can do it, it's possible. Don't think that it's not possible. Just pray about it, know God's plan for your life, and walk in it, and don't be scared, because you can do it. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, or you guys want more knowledge about this, let me know in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, share with your family and your friends. I know this will be very helpful to a lot of people, and
that's pretty much it.
All right. Hope you guys have a nice day or night or morning whenever you're watching this. I know. Stay safe. Don't go. We've been going out. Well, we go to the grocery store, but stay safe.
We got our mask,
exactly. Get your mask, get your gloves,
our hand sanitizer, our wipes. Be safe.
Yeah, stay safe out there, guys, and we'll see you guys in our next video.